All right. Listen, y'all. Parcel Core wasn't the only, you know what I'm saying, little look in that we got. Cause your boys was tapped in. We were tapped in with Windblown. Yes, Windblown is a brand new 3-player co-op that is a roguelike RPG kind of like action game. Wonderful game coming from the creators of Dead Cells. Super dope game. We managed to get a free, you know what I'm saying, a free code. Shout out to the codes and shout out to the early access experience. Shout out to Motion Twin for shooting the codes our way to get involved in this. This is a game that we have talked about before pretty extensively on the pod and just in general. So yeah, Windblown. I believe it drops on October 24th, but we had some time to play it over the past week and change and just give our first impressions and thoughts. You know what I'm saying? This is also another game that is like filling up my rotation right now that I need to I need to commit some time, or else I'm gonna lose my sanity. I'm gonna lose my sanity committing to all these games, but I'm gonna do it anyways because fuck it, I love games. But Windblown. Talk to me about what you saw for Windblown so far. How do you feel?
Really good. I actually stopped. I had to uninstall it, not because I hate the game. I really like it, but like I said earlier about Raven Watch, I can't play these games without the full game being out because I'm gonna be disappointed because I'm gonna be like, dog, I need more. And I'm probably gonna go back and play like a couple more hours into it because we only got like a small snippet of what the game's gonna have. I think we got 2 biomes as opposed to I think there's gonna be 11 at early access or something like that, or maybe in full release. I can't remember which one specifically, but we're gonna get way more later. That game is so fucking good. Like the whole time we're playing, it's really fun. It's really fast. The weapons are all really fun to use, and on top of that, you have really good combos. I think my favorite were definitely the kunais because I love status effect weapons in games like this, and I really was enjoying being able to curse the people and then having a curse build that I would be able to find. Really interesting, really fun. One thing that I thought was really interesting was the fact that you can only have like 3 abilities or 3 talents at one point or something like that. I can't remember if it was talents or abilities, but like there was like 3 boons you were able to have, which was I thought interesting because normally a roguelike will let you just become broken or will make it so that you can't, but it's never been like restricted in the nature of like we're only giving you a couple slots, at least the ones that I've played, right? Now, do I think this is a bad thing? No, because I feel like at some point either that will change or the abilities themselves will just get stronger. And even with just only having those 3 boosts that we had, it's not that it didn't make it so that the game felt like we couldn't build how we wanted to either, right? Like I felt like pretty empowered, and the only time it ever became an issue was when like I think there was only one point in our little stint that we played. I think we played like 2 hours or something like that together. There was only one point where I was like, damn, I can't do the build that I wanted to do, right? Or I can't have another ability. I was able to get more than the 3 abilities I want. I think it's going to end up happening as we make it either more like slots to build things in or something along those lines. But overall, the progression that we've had felt great. The weapon combos is something that is so fucking cool. I can't get over how cool that is.
That is so like it just looks so good in the eye, and it feels so simple. But I feel like we were talking about it while we were playing. It was like I feel like people like in roguelites have like, I don't know how often they employ like how often the combo system plays with switching between it. Again, it's so simple. You know, you have X for one input, Y for the other input, the other weapon. But the combinations of the smoothness of those animations and what they do is so freaking cool. That's so dope. I don't know if we've ever seen that before in a roguelite. I don't know.
I mean, I think there have been others that have done something similar. But this one just felt different because it was not necessarily like I'm just going to switch weapons. It was more like I'm going to do a combo, and being able to get the combo off is really good for damage, but you also set yourself up for the ability of getting countered, like the ability of putting yourself in a bad position because of like, I'm gonna try to get the whole combo off and the monster hits you instead of dodging, you try to get the combo off and now you're looking stupid. And that's what I think was really interesting while I was playing the game. I was like, damn, this is like really good mechanic, but it's also very high risk, high reward. So it made it fun though, because now you're not just like blasting through everything.
Yeah.
That's where the skill comes in, you know, like if you're getting cooked, that's still a skill issue. The multiplayer was pretty smooth. I didn't like having to find somebody to unlock the multiplayer. I get why they did it.
That was one of my few drawbacks as well. And I'm not even mad that you have to go find him. It was just the fact that when I missed him, like, again, just to explain it, Wen found him I think you found him pretty quickly, right?
I found him in my first run,
yeah.
like literally the first moment I got into the game.
Yeah, it didn't take me to like my fourth run, and I had like go back and forth continually to make sure I found him. And I think with some of the procedural like works, one of my criticisms is that where like if there are certain core functions that are like held there, or certain core people, maybe I don't know how you can change this. Again, maybe this is developing that just like is what it is, but like maybe placing them earlier, or maybe like if you could potentially linchpin these like core characters in positions where they don't change too much in the structure of the level. Like, oh, I don't know if you can tell like how far a person is in the level or in the biome. Like, oh, if they get to like 30% through, then that's where this guy is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then help them. Just for core functions. There were other characters in the world and stuff like that you had to like, again, carry back to home base and like send the rescue fish to get them back to home base. You can put them wherever. That's fine. They're story built, but not like core function built. For the what was it, a bird or a fish? I think it was a bird. But like for that guy that unlocks multiplayer, make sure he's in the same spot, because it took me a while. I was looking for this man, like, yo, where's you at, son? I was scrambling. But again, back to you, and go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, and even though that is like the one thing that I wasn't a huge fan of, it is like such a small nitpick when you really like think, yeah, it's so minor, because like once you find them, you find them. Like it's only gonna be annoying for maybe the first day if all of your friends buy it the first day, and one of your friends can't find the dude. Yeah. It's like, damn, well, he's gonna have to miss out on a couple runs because your friend can't find the thing. It is such a small thing, and it's probably even more of a skill issue. Like if I was to do like an official review of the game, I would mention it, but it would not impact my final score. Nah, because it's not that big a deal. But it is a little frustrating when we were trying to get off the ground, because like I think I was streaming like prior to that, I was streaming like 4 hours, so I was like trying to get as much gameplay as we could in before my heart stopped, really. And I was like, damn, bro, where is this goddamn bird? You know. Yeah, but other than that, like literally no other real complaints. We were able, the unlocking system was cool, like the dust and the cogs, like I had no issues with those whatsoever. The weapon types are pretty varied, and they allow for different kinds of like play styles. Like I was more for a ranged play style, and I think you love the heavy sword.
Yeah,
like
I was going in heavy sword, because the combo and like the animation of like slamming down when you held it, it was nice. I was in there slamming.
It's definitely a game that I will be playing day one. Whether my code turns into a full game or not, I will be buying this game day one.
Yeah. One thing I also want to mention too is one thing we like were discovering as we were going through the runs was like these little checkpoints, and then you could like get certain items and stuff like that. And the share function where each of us had like again the currency to like unlock these things, whether it be some of our life points or some of our cogs. That going into like, oh, like there's a little health bar right there, you want to spend some cogs and get it, we can go half and half, we can split it however we saw fit to get through. I thought that was a lovely additional mechanic that adds risk to it and adds, again, a little bit of more camaraderie and teamwork into the co-op functionality, which is like dope. The choices that you make, again, even in the map itself, like, okay, there's sometimes there are these fork in the road moments where there was 3 different paths. Like you can get cogs, you can get an extra skill, or you can get like just like some extra health or whatever. It's like it was like the 3-pronged pass, and you just pick one to kind of make a decision on what helps you run the best. And I love that, man. The enemies, again, they weren't slouches in any sense of the word, bro. When you take damage, like you feel that joint. And I really enjoyed that. You wanted to be on your toes, you had to be on your toes. Like that difficulty that was in it. It wasn't overwhelming, but also it was there to challenge you and make sure that you're at your best. The bosses, the mini bosses and all stuff like that that was super cool. The big ass one that we ran into, and I believe it's on Windblown's Twitter page, X page, as we speak. I think it was dropped on like October 3rd or something like that. Yeah, the headbanger. Oh my gosh, that was a pain in the ass, bro. I want revenge. I want to. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think I literally am going to re-download it just so I could beat that part and be able to be like, all right, now I'm gonna put this to bed, because I know that like again, I don't like playing roguelikes early access unless the majority of the gameplay aspects are there. But I really don't want to like play it and then get burnt out, and then when the game finally drops, I'm like, ah, man, I don't know, I already put like 200, I already put like 50 hours into that game. I'm kind of off that right now.
Yeah, no, I understand it, but no, definitely, I haven't deleted it because I've been I've been trying to get back into it from this week. I know stuff's just been busy with the hurricane and all that, but I want to beat his ass for how it did us, bro. That clip is egregious. That clip is egregious, bro. We look crazy. So for respect points, we have to go back and get it. I'm down to play it when you re-download it. But yeah, so far I am absolutely enjoying Windblown, man. I think this is a really fun gameplay loop. The gameplay, like the game itself, the art looks really cool. The different animals and stuff that you can choose. I think was I a guinea pig? I think I might have been a guinea pig. Yeah. I think I might have been a guinea pig and you were like a pangolin, a pangolin.
Yeah.
Again, the art looks really cool. The characters look really dope. I like the writing and stuff like that. Not voice acted again. I'm not taking points off, but still is what it is. The writing was cool. The premise and the concept of the world is really interesting. And again, I think the shining star is that gameplay, man. The gameplay loop just feels addicting. Every time I died, I was like, all right, bet, yo, we trying to go in there. When we cut the session off, I was ready to jump in further. I'm like, oh, we trying to run again? We trying to turn this shit off, run again? But I ain't saying that because people had stuff to do. So I was like, all right, whatever.
I think you literally said, I was like, damn, all right, let's get back in there. And I was like, dog, this is hour 6 for me. I gotta get off. I gotta get off.
Yeah, you're like, all right, bro, yeah, I give it up. But honestly, I think this is something really fun. And in a time where I'm telling people, bro, we've been saying this on the podcast for a long time now. Co-op is a big wave of co-op is coming if it's not already here, and this is going to be a lot of fun in this wave. There's going to be a lot of dope experiences in this wave, and I think this is one of them that you should keep your eyes on. So October 24th is when this game drops. I will be there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we will be there. We will get the re-up.
No, we will be there.
Yeah, we will be there.
We will be there.
So
and we'll probably be there with Charles too. Like there will be multiple people playing that game.
We got that. We got, what am I about to say, Kendall when he has time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We gonna be in there. We gonna be in there for sure. No doubts about that. But Windblown so far so good, man. Motion Twin, clap it up for yourselves. I got solid loops here. Solid loops. All right,